Hero Yoshin review, Yabare. Hero is a romantic comedy where a young criminal called Tija falls in love with a young woman, and through the power of love, he changes his life from being an outlaw to a nice boyfriend. Cinematography. The look of the movie is very nice. The shots are very well taken, the angles are very good, the color grading was nice, and particularly in the dialogues. For one of the few times that I've seen in Myanmar movies, the dialogue shots are actually well taken. You see the subject and then the other one is over the shoulder. You have a nice blurry background. The close-ups are very nice. You can see the emotion of the characters. The scenery is nice. You have a good variety of angles. Good job. Characters. Tija, played by Longyiman, is the main character of the movie, and he is this outlaw rebel guy. Tija is essentially an anti-hero. He doesn't do anything right. As a matter of fact, he beats people up for money. So that is what makes the movie a little bit interesting, in that we like this anti-hero, and through the process of the movie we see the anti-hero through a different lens. Particularly, there's a part of the movie that is a surprise that I'm not gonna say here, that makes you see Tija, instead of an anti-hero, into a hero. So I believe that the title of the movie is Hero because we see Tija go from anti-hero to hero. Tija falls in love with Tamin, who is played by Woodmon Shui. She is a very flat character. She doesn't have anything interesting. Tija is not that interesting of a character, but Tamin is even less interesting. She is just the little, like princess save me type of thing. But it works. Story and themes. The story is very simple. Simple. There is nothing really interesting happening in the story. The characters are very flat. They're very typical. But again, I don't think that's a bad thing. I actually think it's a good thing. Why would I say that a story that is not interesting and kind of predictable good? Well, because this is a romantic comedy. This is not a movie that is trying to be complicated or have some kind of crazy plot. That is not the point of this movie. The point of this movie is to have a nice, relaxed, romantic comedy that you can take your boyfriend or girlfriend to the cinema on a Saturday or Sunday, have a good time. That's it. And in that, the movie succeeds very well. The biggest scene in the movie is when the balloons go up, and it's so romantic and beautiful. Very well done. I really loved it. That was the scene that made the movie nice and special. It had a very warm feeling. Beautiful. As to the acting, I'm gonna give a big applause to Longyiman and Woodmon Shui. They did very well, especially Longyiman. His emotion was very good. His acting was on point. The fighting scenes is where the movie goes a little bit down. They're just not believable. If I take this punch and I go like, woo, right? You just don't believe it because I'm like, So I think that for the future, we either improve the action in the fighting scenes, or we literally hit the people, right? That would be a good option. Just hit people when you're recording. That's it, just hit them. If you actually hit them, it's going to look real, I guarantee it. But the way it is right now, it's so obvious that the people are stopping before it hits, and it takes away from the movie, Here is okay because again, it's a romantic comedy, but in other movies that really depend on the action scenes, it could be bad. And I'm saying this for Myanmar movies in general. Here, it's okay. To conclude, the good thing about this movie is that it's fun, the characters are funny, you have an entertaining good time. The bad thing is the story is very typical and not interesting, and the action scenes are not very believable. But overall, if you want to have a good time on a Saturday or Sunday with your girlfriend or boyfriend, then definitely go check out this movie. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, and I think that it was a fun time when I was in the movie watching it. Good job, Jesus de Mare.
When we move, yes, all your deep,